Welcome back, Mama's. Welcome back, Unfiltered.
With Mama Sita.
And G. Hint the unfilteredness, right? Episode 13. In our backyard.
13?
13? 14? I don't know. I said 13 on Facebook, but while she's checking, it might be 14. But while she's checking, parenting tactics.
14.
Episode 14, parenting tactics. We kind of talked about a little bit of parenting beforehand and stuff, but we deal with two totally different types of children in our household, and we are definitely two different types of parents, and it can become
We can butt heads with each other and with our kids.
Yep. And it gets really hard because I'm not in the military anymore, and she would, for the life of her, every time I would come home from extended period away, she would tell me that I would have to recalibrate myself. And you know what I mean by that is
Hang back for the first few days coming home. Don't jump right in and try to parent yet. It's freaking gross.
so, but that's always hard because being at work, you're always telling the people what to do and whatnot, tasks at hand, and it's very hard for me. I've always had a hard time of knowing my audience. Let me rephrase that. I know my audience. I only have one volume in one way I talk, and it gets hard to slow down and understand that we're speaking to kids or whatnot. That's been the biggest issue, or I wouldn't say issue, but like the biggest evolvement I've had of being a father. But what's some of our major different parenting tactics? I mean, I'm the good cop, obviously, duh. And she's the fucking bad cop, right? I mean, you see her, she fucking choked me on, her neck, and fucking she got face tattoos and shit. I don't even got face tattoos.
I don't know if I consider this a piece.
Oh, fuck, a sideburn tattoo. I don't have one.
In the front where you can
So, what do you think?
Right now, I'm not 100% sure what our differences are because we're more on the same page now. Before, it was you liked to spank. I didn't.
Which really didn't get anywhere ever.
Especially
Because
with me.
it was only with the one. I think I've maybe spanked Kaylee once. I know I popped her in the mouth I flicked her on the mouth once, and I called her right away. But Miha, I've never, I don't think I've ever put a hand to butt on Miha.
I have.
Flicked her mouth once, and that was it because she bit me when she was fucking like 6 months or something, and I was showering.
She had teeth.
Or a year.
She was, yeah.
But Miho, it never worked.
No.
Yelling at that fool never worked.
Spoons because my hand would hurt when I would spank him. And he would laugh at me when I'd spank him with a spoon. I'd feel bad because it wasn't my hand, it was the spoon, so I didn't know exactly the amount of pressure spoon to butt was made. But he would literally laugh at me.
Because he's fucking psycho. Like his mom.
At that point, and he was probably, 4? I was like, spanking's pointless.
She would send me pictures, and I'd be on the fucking ship, 20 minutes away, but on a ship, not able to fucking come home. And he's yelling at her and fucking, "Rah! That doesn't hurt me." But obviously, that's how you fucking 14 years ago, 10 years ago, sorry. But right now, I think we kind of play little mind games with them a little bit because we have to. Because, again, the spanking doesn't help, never help. The yelling doesn't help. What's really helped lately with us, right, and I say mind games is more or less just having the understanding of what it is that he wants, or him trying to express his feelings, but not express his feelings like me. And that's what, honestly, I think the biggest issue is. Obviously, he's going to relate more to us, obviously, at what I mean, what he does as a kid and as a young adult growing up, because he saw it in the household, right? So again, we're not perfect. I yelled, never raised a hand to Tabitha, right? Obviously never raised one to Mija, but a finger. And then Mijo, we just don't, we actually had a police officer tell us a couple weeks back that corporal punishment is
legal in Florida. You can hit your kids
in front of Mijo, and but it's pointless.
Word for word, he said you can beat your kids here, not hit your kids. You can beat your kids. I was like, what? He was like, so I'll let you guys figure out the punishment you want to do at home. Just so you know, though, corporal punishment is legal in Florida. You can beat your kids. I was like,
so
wow.
Yeah,
was not expecting that.
Definitely wasn't expecting that from the police, and it's we get it, we understand it, right? Some people do it, some it's just ineffective here, and it's pointless. So we've tried to find other avenues. Again, we have a kid that's on pretty much autopilot. That the thing we have to yell at her about is doing the fucking dishes and get off the phone with her boyfriend or whatever, screen time and shit. So the other one is I don't want to say where all the parenting is, but we got some life, real fucking life lessons taught and thrown at us with him, even with her, because she was supposed to do dual enrollment next year, and then she had a fucking panic attack because the day came of the last day of registration, and she didn't want to fucking tell me because she was fucking afraid of what I was going to say. And
well, granted, I was telling this, we were talking about this on a run yesterday, or the day before, whatever day that was. I feel like I kind of fell back on her and wanting to do dual enrollment because I was on the same page as her and understood that she wasn't able to do her esthetician course before dual enrollment. Yeah. And you still had it. I think we're under the impression that, okay, that's fine, but she was still wanting to do it. Like, go to school, and she wasn't wanting to do that.
It's just, my personal, again, on my parenting aspect of it, I think I'll use the word again, right, evolved a lot in the fucking 17 years of being a fucking parent, and I say that because, the first, 4 years, again, I was a piece of shit, I was drinking all the time. Then I've been, sober since, and being fully out of the fucking military and being able to settle down and kind of calm down and just explain to these guys that I'm not the enemy, right? And just having an understanding of however their day is going and stuff. That's where a lot of it's changed,
like this year alone, you've had a lot of growth with it because you are stepping back, you're listening more.
Eventually, they're going to be adults. So
you're listening more. You're not like right away, and you're not yelling. You're talking calmly. When before you would just get loud and.
Well, if they don't want to fucking listen to me, they don't have to listen to somebody, because come fuck another year or two, they gotta figure it the fuck out. And if they don't want to listen to me, they better listen to somebody else. Grandma, mom, dad, grandparents, other aunties, uncles, because they gotta figure it the fuck out. And that's where I'm at with it, because there's a lot of shit going on and a lot of opportunities for these kids nowadays to make a fucking quick ass buck and keep that buck rolling. It's just opportunity, but it's dependent on how fucking motivated and pushed they want to be. So I'm going to continue to grow as a parent and change my parenting ways. I've always tried to do what you say, but yeah, so you over here listening or what? You on Facebook or what?
Checking.
Oh.
Yeah, some comments from up there.
Oh.
Sounds a little shaky. Maybe it's the distance. Here, pull that cord off. Or don't pull it off. That. Drop the cord off the iPad. And the wind. Yeah, there's a little breeze.
91 today. It was. Had a day off. Pool was shut down. Didn't want to go to the beach today. We went and got our feet done. Pedicure, she got a pedicure. I got a pedicure. And what the fuck else we do? In the gym. We're just chilling, doing this live right now. And
You had
again,
your, what third?
Yeah, I have my third trauma therapy group trauma therapy today. Yeah, we'll go on to that. It was good. It was another good group. It's just let's talk about parenting.
I know. It was just what you asked. What we did today.
Yeah, true. So, and then we went grocery shopping, and Miho went to go look for a job.
I was just gonna say, went to go to a hiring event for a new grocery store that's opening up fairly close to us this summer. But it was the second. They had 2 today from 9 to 12, and then 1 to 4. And I wasn't gonna pull him out of school early to go.
Even if he's not giving a fuck about school.
Yeah, so we waited until they got home. We went, and they said they had 264 people interview at that point so far, so they were closing it off. We got there at like 3 o'clock, which sucks because it doesn't matter how many people you interviewed, you had an interview time frame, and you cut it off early.
But he was still able to apply.
Give his info to get an interview.
Yeah. So before we go cut off on the live, because again, this is we'll post the rest of it. I've been reading this book, Self-Care and Self-Renewal, Everyday Radiance, and today was I didn't get I was lacking and I didn't read it. I ain't been reading it in the morning lately. Tabitha has been either reading it to me over the phone or sending it to me via text message. And we went about our day, got home after we were done with Miho staying at Publix, and I read it while she was rolling me these joints. And I wanted to... Stuffing these joints. So I wanted to read it because it just... You'll understand why. Well, one, it just... it went good with our day, my day, and then it told me to read it out loud as well, so I'm gonna fucking read it to you guys. Even though I don't read well, I ain't got my motherfucking glasses on. Gratitude.
You brought them out.
Did I? Oh, I did. All right. Or you
want
to read it?
Specifically for this reason. Am I gonna read it?
Yeah, you want to read it? She'll read it.
Gratitude. May we be grateful for this.
Oh, she's bad. Gratitude. May we be grateful for this day. May we use it to take good care of ourselves and one another. May we love those who may we love ever more deeply, and may our kindness extend its reach. May we recognize the preciousness of these lives we are living and whisper thank you for all we may usually take for granted. May we play beautiful music, rest, eat well, and nourish ourselves and one another. May we help to grow the light. May we forgive small grievances. May we feel ourselves growing stronger, stronger in love, stronger in hope, and stronger in compassion. May we share what we have to offer. May we help each other daily. May we recognize the bounty and the goodness of this day. The invitation. I encourage you to read above slowly and out loud. Don't rush through. Pause often. Feel how when we speak the word may out loud, it becomes an invitation. Open the door of your heart to receive and to create the day you would like to live.
Open the door of what?
Your heart. So that's it just went it resonated with the way we spent our day today, taking care of ourselves, slowing down and talking about our kids and seeing what the next step is, right? We try to plan as much as possible for our lives. Well, I do personally. She does as well. She's great at organizing and everything like that, but we just don't know how our kids are going to end up, right? We hope and pray for nothing but the fucking best for our children, and we hope that we're guiding them in the right way, you know. Our son, fucking, he'll tell you he's 6 foot, right? He looks 6'4" with this fucking mop on his fucking head. He challenged me, what, a couple months back? Month, maybe 2. He challenged me, like, I went in there, there's no issue, right? I went in calmly into the room, his room, and I had asked, hey man, what's going on? You good? And and I was like, what's up, man? I didn't do nothing to you. What, you good? And
Well, that was when you asked him to come out so you can ask him why he didn't mow the yard.
oh, and super calm and shit. And man, he got to me like this, like the mic is me and the hand is him. And he got in my space pretty much, that I should have fucked his ass up. But I told Tabitha I ain't gonna put hands on the little motherfucker, right, until he's 18. And once he's 18, you know, if he wants to challenge, then he can challenge. But I'm too old for it, right? And hopefully he understands that, or he gonna learn. But
well, and at that point, we didn't know about corporal punishment either.
And that too, but he sat back and I pushed the topic again, and he came at me again, and this time I reacted. But again, I put hands on him, whatever, right? I didn't put hands on him. I put a fucking forearm to him, he fucking got tossed. So am I wrong? Am I right? Yes, I'm wrong. I apologize. I think I'm wrong, right? But it was a natural reaction, right? Because I'm not just gonna let him fucking, you know, I'm not gonna bow down to no fucking little teenager. But, you know, me and Tabitha, we talked about it, right? Mamacita, we talked about it and shit, and it was just, she understood why I put my hands on him, for the reason of him getting on me. Like he the second time, like I said, he actually touched me and was putting his hands on me, and I put my forearm on him and tossed him, you know. And you know what? Let's say the roles were reversed and it was me on you. What would you do?
Kaylee and me? Oh, she wouldn't come up to me like that.
You hear this one? She think like I thought that too, right? I thought that 100%. I thought that.
Kane wouldn't come up to you.
No, he's 114 fucking pounds. He's
121.
He's a fucking little stick, you know. No, I know it, and no joke, right? Yeah, he's tall as fucking shit, but no, I never thought that, but it did, right? So that's what I'm asking you. Again, we got teenagers, right? There's a lot of you guys, a lot of our friends and followers, right? I'm gonna grab my phone so I can see a little bit that have littles, or just haven't, their kids are just starting to become, they're 12, 13 years old. So what would y'all do, right? If one of your kids stepped up to you, I have a couple ground rules in our house, right? No domestic violence. We don't raise our hands to a woman. We pull out doors. We open doors for our ladies in this household. That's just what we do, right? But if your child came at you and either A, got in your personal space and you felt threatened, would you jab them?
I don't know if I'd jab. I'd probably just do like you and push them
Well, that's
away.
what I mean. Like, jab. But we're gonna leave it at that. That we're gonna cut off on the Facebook Live. Glad that everybody chimed in, whatnot. Hope everybody's having a blessed day, blessed week. Stay safe. Nothing but peace and love. All right. If you want to continue and following on, listen to the rest of the episode, we'll post a link later. All right. Nothing but peace and love. Y'all be easy. Fritz, hopefully y'all good. Sis, love ya. Armando, what's good? Melissa, she got 3-word in. Who got 3-word?
Me, before you took the book away.
Oh shit, she was stuttering and shit. Isaac was good. Fallon,
stuttering.
tell the hubby and the kids we said hello. Hopefully y'all was good. Kim, love y'all. Rev, what's good? Alright, y'all be easy. Nothing but peace and love, motherfuckers. Yeah, unfiltered like a motherfucker. Oh. I think you would react.
Like I said, if anything, I'd probably do what you did and just, or hands on the shoulders and push her back.
And push her back. Yeah. It was just, like I said.
It's not going to be no cat fight. I'm not going to pull her
No,
hair.
I'm not. And that's
Get
not,
away
no.
from me.
I just, that's not what I'm asking or not what I'm fishing for, right? Because originally you said you wouldn't do shit.
No, I said I don't know because I don't think she would do that.
Well, yeah, you tried to deflect the question, so I wanted you to
Anyway.
no bullshit answer it. So it is. We're different. We have, even you've changed. You don't bend over as much anymore for these guys.
No,
You don't.
just you.
That was a good one. That was a good one. She doesn't get too many good ones in, and she did that one. And that was, what was the word we was using last week when we were trying to describe your fucking whack-ass mom jokes? Your delivery's whack. That was good. Or swift. Your swiftness. You're not swift with it.
No.
You're not witty.
Witty.
Witty. That was a word we were using.
Quick-witted.
Quick-witted.
I'm not quick-witted.
But, damn, this cat's still fucking out here?
She was laying back here.
Oof. This fucking cat.
She's not supposed to be an outside cat. She's supposed to be an indoor cat. But she figured out how to use the dog door.
She's
a lot quicker than the dogs figured out how to use the dog door. And now she comes outside. And she'll meow at the door if the dogs are out and we have blocked the door so that she can't get out.
Yeah, or if I'm out here smoking in the morning by myself, she's meowing. But, yeah. How do you think you're gonna... Are you going to parent your grandchildren?
No.
Come on now.
No.
Don't say that. Because you can't. You be on. Watch your phone.
I got it. It's stuck
We-
to me. I'm sweaty.
We all want to say no, but you know damn well what I mean.
I will grandmother them.
Oh,
I'm not going to mother them. I will not parent them. I don't.
Hey.
Nova. I don't
Novi.
like it when it's done to our kids or we see it happening in other families and
Yeah.
it's not your kid. I mean, we've had this issue with your mom specifically.
Yeah. Well, people in your family up in Alaska.
It's not your kid. You can give advice.
Advice.
And I will take what I want from that. But
And I love advice that comes from experience. And what I mean by that, right, I will always parent my kids with my experiences first. If they ever try to bring up anybody else in a scenario or situation, I will always use myself first if I've been in that scenario or situation, which I will say 95% of the time, and the issues and the situations and scenarios that our kids have brought into us or have disclosed to her parents, like I said, I'm probably about 95%, and the 5% that I couldn't handle, she could handle because she's a woman. And or I've been in that situation, or I always use myself as an example first, because they're our children. They came from us. So I'm not perfect. We are not perfect. We are evolving as men and women, husband and wife, mother and father. So it's just that's what it is. Come on, stop.
They're cute though.
All right, fuck them. They're always here. Well, again, parenting, right? I'm over here we're trying to talk about parenting, and she's parenting.
I'm not parenting.
Yes, you are.
I
You're
was
taking pictures of
watching.
our kids.
I was-
Fur baby. Hey,
Nova,
bitch! I will fuck.
you up.
Get inside.
You're lucky you cleared that cord, miss.
Cord that's hooked up to the
iPad.
enough. Oh, but how many grandbabies?
Do we want?
Don't. You're not French. Neither am I.
What?
I asked you, how many grandbabies do you want? You said, how many do
You
we?
said how many
do you want?
grandbabibies?
Do you want?
You said how many grandbabies, and I said, do we want?
Oh my God! Tap the
Replay.
Oh, I'm throwing the red flag, and I'm high, and I'm gonna smoke another one. And I'm gonna let you know. I'm letting you know, not them, because they see it, that you're wrong.
What?
My full sentence was done before you said anything. You had a tard, like one of these
we'll
moments,
see
right?
when
But
I
I be
go-
that's because again, she's not swift with it.
We'll see when I go and get it ready to
Right.
post.
What was the question? Because
How many grandbabies?
do you want? Because you're not French. Because you said we. I say you. You're not French, nor am I.
I mean, if I'm gonna be able to spend the money that I want to spend on them, one would be the one, because then all the money gets spent on them. If we have more than one, I'm gonna want to spend the same amount on all of them, and you're gonna try to cut me off.
Duh, because it's either them or you that get it. So, yeah.
So one. No. I don't know. I wanted to have more than one sibling. I wanted our kids to have more than each other. I wanted at least 3. So I want at least 3.
I want 4 at minimum.
4 grandkids, but not 4 babies of your own.
I'd still be drinking. This would be moonshine.
No, we wouldn't. We'd have some in middle school right now, though.
Oh my.
Probably.
Can you stop? I just threw up.
And probably the end of elementary if we kept going, because I wanted, since Kane came.
She wanted a football team.
I wanted 4. That's not a football team. If we would have waited and done the 2 to 3 years between Kane and the 3rd and the 4th, well, Kane's a sophomore, so 2 to 3 would be 7th or 8th grade, and then 2 to, yeah.
How can I become a better parent? What are some areas that here? What's my biggest flaw as a parent? And be honest, because I got yours. You should know yours. Mom, Lula, God rest your heart and soul. I love you, you beautiful thing. You guys all had the same.
You don't listen to, how does that saying go?
You want me to give you a minute so you can,
like, you need to work on your listening. You cut people off.
Yeah, I don't have my hearing aid in right now.
You cut people off.
Baby! Dad joke.
Like my 3 words before you grab the book. So you gotta work on that. But then there's something, I don't remember the saying. You gotta listen, don't listen to reply. Just listen. I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say.
Pretty much, just because something was said to you doesn't mean you have to reply all the time.
Don't listen to problem solve.
Oh.
Something like that. Because I know you like to problem solve. Sometimes I come to you just to vent, just to get it off of my chest and have someone listen. But then you come back with, we'll do this or that, or this or that, or we'll stop coming home and complaining about it then. Like, I just want to vent. Why are you getting emotional? So what's mine?
You guys are all the soft asses of the world. You guys need
a backbone.
Yes.
No, you will not make yourself something else for dinner. You eat what I eat, or you go to bed hungry. You eat what I make.
So, and maybe it is maybe it's like the parent and the grandparent stages, right? Because maybe Lula wasn't like that all the time. I've known your mom for a long fucking time. Your mom's always been like that. I've seen her get upset a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And
one of those times was with him.
Unfortunately, it wasn't, and I apologize. I do. I sincerely do, because 96, fuck, that's almost 30 fucking years. Right? Oh my God.
We've known each other for almost 30 years. It's 20. We've known each other for
in
28 years.
A year. Fuck, come on, in a year. Wow. And she's, and like I said, she's, and it's
I've
not
seen
that
my
you
mom
guys
get mad plenty of times.
But it's not like you guys don't have backbones. It's you guys are naturally givers, and nothing's wrong with that, right? Because again, I fucking adore you, and I'm a giver too, right? But I'm also
It's my love language.
100%, right? And your love language is also fucking diamonds and fucking and receiving too, but. You give
go around
in so much more, right? Other ways as well, right? So it's just different. So I don't know.
Our mascot has to come.
Yeah.
She started, and it's been that way almost every
fool.
episode since.
Jesus.
Lay down.
Come on, sucker butt.
Your hot, furry, thick fur on us while it's hot out here.
Yeah, lay down. But,
Cupcake.
Giving isn't your best trait as a parent either. How you're just so good with the fucking kids. I don't know what your best fucking trait is. I mean, you just deal with them.
Best trait or worst trait?
No, best trait. We've already explained worst, right? So.
And I think that has to do with how big my family is. I mean, from 4 or 5 till pretty much till after high school, we were, well, maybe not high school. She's on at the corner. From like age 5 till probably 15, 16.
You were watching kids?
We were all like family functions every weekend, family get-togethers, and I mean, first cousins range from like mid-40s to 3 because I have aunts and uncles,
right? But
aunts and uncles having kids for the first time now, but so there's quite a few of us that are all like 5-6 years apart, so we were always together. We always had little ones running around. You have a big family, but you didn't have that.
We did until they moved. And I think that was like, I want to say that was not freshman year, middle school, 6th grade. I want to say that it was like 6th grade that they moved from Federal way over to Eastern Washington. And that's really and truly when it was, and then so because we were always.
But you guys are all fairly
in that same age, yeah. Then it was,
so you didn't have like little ones running around. No. I mean, me and my brother are 8 years apart.
Yeah, Buddha was the only and it was literally Buddha, and then like Amanda, Renee, and then me. Mm-hmm. So and then trickle, right? So
when we first got together, first had kids, like I was used to the chaos. I feel like you had chaos.
But I wasn't used to it.
But it wasn't the same kind of chaos apparently, because our kids would be running around having fun being kids, and he'd be like, keep it down. Go do that somewhere else. It's like how are you not upset? I'm like, I'm used to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, parenting was and is and will be and will forever be a challenge. There's no right or wrong, right? There's not a fucking playbook or anything. I mean, you can be as prepared as you want to be and think you're going to be, and you're still going to fail, or again, not fail, not succeed, because I don't believe in failure. But yeah, you're gonna have some struggles, but you're gonna learn from a trial and error. But that's what life is, and we continue to deal with it. I got a 15-year-old. I personally think he's gonna drop out of high school. I think he, on his 16th birthday, I have a feeling this year. And I haven't said this out loud.
You said it to me.
What?
That you think he's going to drop out.
Not what I'm about to say. Oh. I think he's going to ask us to be emancipated. And I say that quietly. I will say it again. I think on his 16th birthday, he is going to ask us for emancipation. And the reason I'm quiet is because he might be right here in my fucking chair on the other side listening, because he loves eavesdropping, even though he knows that he could just watch the fucking episode or ask to watch it. But anyways, yeah, that's...
I mean, he's looked up this information, had it all planned out, but
Yep.
it's like, dude, you know that you have to have, like, this whole plan in place,
So-
or, like, already doing this stuff, like, working and
Nova,
showing that you can take care of yourself
Kaylee.
in order for a judge to
She needs to go inside.
okay it. Go inside.
Inside.
But yeah, I don't know about that part, but I do think at 16 that he's gonna want to drop out, which is right before his junior year starts.
So,
Like a week before.
but we'll see. Right now, we haven't really had an issue with the phone calls from school have stopped. So it has been more peaceful in the house. He still, like, what I call him. He's a moody fucking teenager bitch. His hormones are all over the fucking place, and it's like walking on eggshells with teenagers, in my opinion. Well, at least him at times. If he ain't smiling, it's like walking on eggshells. But I kind of feel like that with Miha at times too. But
Yeah.
definitely not as much. But she be in her feelings, and it's just a different type of fucking feeling. And it's just like, oh my god, like, I don't want the anger type feeling, but I also don't want the fucking type feeling shit.
When we took Kane for the interview thing and it didn't end up happening, I felt like he was upset at me because he told me yesterday, can I go? It's from 1 to 4. I don't know if you have to be there for the whole time, so can you maybe pick me up and we can go at 1? I'm like, I'm not taking you out of school early. Now I kind of feel bad and wish I did, so that he could have gotten the interview done. So I thought he was a little upset at me, but then we get home and 15, 20 minutes later, he's
In the room? Yeah.
trotting into the room, smile on his face, making jokes with me.
So, it's just, again,
He's a tough one.
they both are, because the thing is, I get upset with both of them because I can't tell them enough of just be fucking open and honest. Ask questions. Closed mouths don't get fed. You need something, say something. Right? You want something, say something. We're going to come to an agreement. It could be an easy yes. It could be a hard no. Or an easy nah. What is it you're going to do for me? Or, it's just, right now, life is really good. Still. He is fucking hard, right? He will continuously be hard until it is what he...
Until he is out on his own, because then he won't have to listen to us.
Well, and I do think it will come relatively soon. I
Think
just...
so?
I do. I think we'll have to, because life is right around the fucking corner. Adulthood is right around the corner. And I will keep my answer and comment about the emancipation silent until we see what happens. Right? A couple months, this is his birthday, so we'll see.
I'm already telling you it can't happen. He doesn't have a job. He has to rely on us. And that's not gonna fly with a judge.
What did he just do today?
What?
He went looking for a job.
Yes, that we had to take him to.
I get it, but yeah, you gotta start somewhere, clown. So maybe this is the first step that he's taking. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. I mean, fuck is the Navy not taking high school dropouts? Fuck, take them at 16.
Jinxie.
Y'all be in charge of them. Nah, fuck that. Well, I don't know if that's what he wants, but he ought to come to us with it. So
she's pulling that caterpillar grass or whatever that grows out onto the patio. It looks like a weed. She just pulled it out. Now she's messing with it.
this fucking cat's been out here for the whole fucking show and beforehand too, just chilling.
Thankfully, she hasn't.
Darted
She
off to
doesn't
the
go
back.
past the end of the house, and she stays around the patio.
I got a question for you.
Yeah,
What?
I might have an answer.
Oh, you're going to. What is something that you? What is a trait or something that you see in somebody else, or that you would want?
I don't know. Specifically, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm close with our daughter, at least. I guess we have people, family, friends that I feel like their kids actually talk to them and are have an open dialogue about everything.
Mm.
And our kids aren't 100% like that. I don't know what else we can do to do that. I think that's on their behalf.
It's 100% on their behalf because, again, we have personally told them that, hey, be open, be honest. We are an open book, right?
Does she want insight?
Does she want insight? But I wish I had just the more patience.
I think she does.
I wish I had your patience.
My patience?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, I wish I had you, your mom's, Lula's patience with them.
At this point, I wish I had more patience. Because I feel like your triggers and anxiety with our kids and like how they're acting and stuff at any given moment has rubbed off on me. So like I said, when we first had kids and they were running around, I was used to everything, so I was like chill with it, and you'd get cranky. And then as years went on and the crankiness continued, I would, and I've told you this before, they would be loud and I'd try to stop that real quick so that you wouldn't go off on them. So then my patience started to get less and less, because then things that I would normally be okay with.
But I also think it's gotten better too, because we have all evolved right there, or evolving as their little human adults and in their own space. Which allows them to breathe a little bit more, right? Which then allows us to breathe a little bit more and have a little bit more patience with them, right? And that's just me being honest and just explaining what I've seen recently from both of us, right? Is what was your expression when I told you I was gonna go with you and Mijo to the job interview.
I was surprised.
Like, why were you surprised?
Because it's not something that I feel like you would normally do. You would just let me go and do it.
But why were you happy?
Because you were going to spend time with me. I wasn't going to have to sit in the car by myself.
And why did I tell you I was going to come, or wanted to come?
To spend time with me.
So, again, what we do, right, and how we act with everybody, it just, I want to spend more fucking time with you.
Talk face to face with me instead of me sitting in the car FaceTiming you.
No, we do that enough while I'm out fucking working and shit. So, but again, that helps us be better as parents and husband and wife and just man and fucking a woman and father and mother. So, sorry, I'm over here looking at fucking, not the camera, but our cute ass little fucking cat on our fireplace. That's not lit.
Fire pit.
Pits, yeah, fire pit. But,
don't parent her.
No, but that's my puppy kitty. But, there's no fucking right or wrong playbook, right? I learned a lot from my parents, and I learned a lot of what not to do as well, right? Or to go a different route, or try a different route, right? We all say that we're not going to be our parents, but there is always something that is going to resonate our parents, and whether you like it or don't, and want to admit it or don't want to admit it, it is what it is, or at least for me. But we're at where we're at now, and I think we've done solid. Or do I wish we could have done more and continue to do more, right? Yes. But again, the door's open for them, and we'll continue to provide everything that they need and want or ask for and required, and be better.
I mean, how do you base your success on parenting?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I mean, and I've told this to the kids. You already know. I've told this to them multiple times from a very young age. You know, my success is based on them, what it is that they conquer, and I, in my opinion, right, and this verbatim what I've told our children. My success is based on them.
Squirrel.
Making sure it wasn't a hawk. I'm gonna get my fucking puppy kitty, my little baby. I will feel accomplished and successful when they have what it is that they want and what it is that for them and more, right? I want them to have more than what we have. And then it doesn't have to be, what's the word, monetarily? Monetary, right? But just with that fulfillment of life. And at an early age, right? I've seen my parents retire at 62, 63, right? Maybe 61 years. It was in between ages 61 and 63. Her parents are still working to that age, or if not longer, and that's unfortunate in my opinion, but great on them. But I don't want our kids to do that. I don't want to do that either. I want to retire soon, right? Within the next couple of years, like fully retire. Mm-hmm. And I want our kids to do the same thing so they can travel the world and experience whatever it is that they want to experience, because there's so much life to live out there, and that's what I want for us, right? That's what I'm striving for us, you know. And I'm gonna sound selfish, but we can't do that until our kids are out of the house, or at least old enough to provide for themselves or to fend for themselves, because then we can do what we want to do and travel, but we want to set them up as successfully and as best as possible for them to do that on their own as well too. So whether it's to join the military, do whatever work, build their own business, whatever, that we're going to support them and hope and strive for the best for them. But
so if he drops out,
I hope he gets a job.
Taking that as a failure?
No.
In parenting?
He's going to get a job. There's plenty of people who do drop out of high school and become successful. They're not stupid.
I didn't say they were.
And I didn't say you did, right? I'm just... There are plenty of people that are very successful and very fucking rich. There's plenty of rappers that have gotten, so it's just, I would love for him to graduate, but if he doesn't, then he will be required to get a job immediately. Mm-hmm. Or he needs to find a place to live.
He can't drop out and think that he can just sit at home doing nothing.
No, ma'am. I am not a hypocrite. I am not a fucking hypocrite. You know that. It will not happen. Will not. I'm sorry. The streets are rough. The streets are dark. The streets are cold.
I know. I mean, I don't know personally firsthand, but yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'm not gonna be the one that's...
And I don't believe in divorce either.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's something that tears us or puts a wedge between us, like my drinking did, and then, I mean, how much more unfiltered can you fucking get, right? Look at this little fucking coyote looking fucking thing, and me being real. That would probably be something that I would do. And I'm just being honest because I can't, that would fuck, yeah. We've talked about this for a long time, and for one of us to then go back on our word of what we've talked about for years. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't come to that, right? God willing, it won't.
We can't. We're not gonna enable him.
No. So, yeah. Let's wrap it up. Oh, sorry. No.
We have to a point already, but
100%.
Especially if he's going to drop out, we're not enabling.
We are legally obligated. He's our child. We're going to take care of him until he is an adult or until he wants to take responsibility, right? Well, I didn't, whether you did or didn't, right? I didn't mean you did or didn't. But I'm just saying, we're going to take care of him until he's 18 or he takes responsibility and wants to do something else. So it is what it is. And
but he's not going to be a dirtbag.
No.
Sitting in his room all day, not going to school and not working. Not happening. You're either in school or you're paying rent. If you're living in our house.
I had a couple options as soon as I graduated from high school. After the summer of high school, my parents were lenient too. They gave me the summer. It was like, you gotta get a job.
I don't know
pay
if I
rent.
would consider that lenient. I mean, you had school, and before you
Yeah.
actually start adulthood, I would give you
We will
months
too,
to
right?
finish
And we
being a
are.
kid.
So these were my options: go to school, live there, pay rent. live there,
Rent free.
rent free, go to school. Or get a job, pay rent. Or move the fuck out. I moved the fuck out.
And onto a ship with hundreds of other males.
About, well, it was a crew of 350, but not everyone. There was married dudes, so they fucking definitely did not live on the ship, and there were singles that just had them live on the ship. But yes, unfortunately, for the first 2.5 years of my Navy experience, I lived on the fucking water. On a fucking ship, motherfuckers. Who can say that? Yeah, but good times and bad. But yeah, those were my options. I mean, what did your parents not have fucking? Or your parents just like, oh yeah, go ahead, you're gonna work at Yankee Griddle.
You always call it that.
Yankee Diner.
Yankee Grill.
Oh, Yankee Grill.
Not Yankee Griddle. I honestly don't remember if they gave me options. I mean, I dropped out before senior year.
Yeah, but you went back.
Mm-hmm. But, like, when that happened, I don't remember even then, like, my parents telling me, you need to figure it out and either go back to school or get a job. I mean, it's possible they did,
Yeah.
but I don't remember. And then after graduation, I was working. I don't remember if I really paid rent or helped with any bills or anything.
Yeah, fuck it. Unfiltered. Don't look at the pause if you don't want. Put a little emoji or something booked on there. Is there ice in there? Water?
It's not.
No. Can I get some, please?
But after high school, I was working, and then we got married, and I moved away. So.
But when did you stop working?
When we moved down to San Diego.
Before the wedding? That's what I'm saying. Like, I came home in July.
It was probably right before, or not like right before, but before. Because I was working. I don't even know anymore. It's been forever.
Anyways, they didn't give you no motherfucking ultimatums.
I was working at Macy's. I think we were already married.
We were.
And then got in my car accident, and that's probably when I stopped.
Yep.
Because
that's what it was.
I had to call out.
Scratched my balls. Actually, my wiener. Sorry.
I
didn't give it a little roll.
Got in a car accident. And then, I mean, I worked when I moved back home after we moved right after we found out I was pregnant, and then I moved back a couple months before she was born and was working with my mom.
Anyways,
and then after that, I didn't work again until San Diego, the third time.
Well, again, our children are going to have the same options. That's not that our children we have those three options:
school and rent free, job and rent, or move out and figure it out.
So, and we've been on that for a long time. We think that's very fair. You get three options. So, but yeah. We'll see what happens.
This next year is going to go by quick, and then we're going to have one adult.
So I have a question. The oldest, say they go to school, say they are still together, our daughter and her boyfriend, and they've graduated, right? Your son wants to move, and we're like, all right, well, we're going to move. And what are you going to do with your daughter? Is she allowed to come?
She is allowed to come, and she's coming because she said she's not leaving her mom. If mom's moving, she's moving.
Well, okay, what about her boyfriend?
Well, this one already decided that and said that he can move with us.
Well, I didn't decide for us.
No, that's... You didn't make final decision, but you came up with the...
I'd love to reiterate that shit, right? Because, no. Yes, I
She's
got a
getting
beard
further-
and I got tattoos and I'm showing the bottom of my feet
She's
when
getting
I'm not
further out in the
demanding.
yard.
She's fine. So,
He came up with the suggestion that he
Why did
move
I
with
come up with a
us
suggestion?
because he doesn't want to leave his little girl
I
behind.
know, she's my little princess.
So I was very surprised when he said that he could move with us. And not only move with us, but he said
Move
they
in.
could stay,
Oh.
share a room. I was,
What?
you are saying that they could.
They
I
would
mean,
be
she's gonna be
adults.
18. I get it, but I was like,
So,
we'll see. We'll see.
so you good with it?
I'm fine with it. I don't think she'll stay here.
So that means like a year and a half. Here, right? Middle of 26 or so.
She graduates in 25.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Literally in 1 year.
Yeah. Oh, my fuck. So, we'll see.
School's about to be out at the end of the month.
Well, what do you think Miho is going to want to do?
I think he's still gonna want to move.
Even with, if he's still with his girlfriend?
Mm-hmm. I do.
I don't. You know why?
Why? Because she's cute.
Because she's a drug. You know what type of drug?
Your love is my drug.
It's that Latin Hispanic love.
Oh my gosh.
I got it.
Yes, you did.
He definitely has it. When he's with her in Familia, he's very happy. And unfortunately, I see him making us stay here until he's 18. And
Well, if he's emancipated, he's gonna have to
I get
figure
it.
it
Listen, but he's going to stay here. He's going to be the one that we're going to have to come and see.
out. You think so?
I do. And unfortunately, I think he's going to be the one with the first kids. And we want to move.
Unfortunately.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, he's going to be the ones with the kids first, the grandbabies first, and we're going to have to. And I say unfortunately because
We're gonna be gone.
Correct. But
We'll find out.
it is what it is. I hope he comes or wants to move, but he has that decision as well.
We'll find out next year because Kaylee's done with school, and
Yep. So
if he's done with school before school starts, then
yeah. Oh, bing!
oh, Cupcake, your
It's not wrapping.
fluffy tail. All right, guys.
I ain't talking about my wiener either. What I call him.
Yeah, because we don't do that.
No, what is that? Why you just lift your little butt cheek like that? Is you fart over here?
No. Anyway.
Be easy, motherfuckers.
Bye, guys.
Bye.